Hey, Coach, you guys made a push a few times tonight to make it a close contest. Ultimately, why weren't you guys able to push through in the end?
Part of that was our start. It just takes so much energy to get back into it. It's hard. It's hard to dig yourself into a hole. Even coming out of the third quarter, I didn't think we were great out to start the third quarter. Then we battled our way back into it, obviously, and yeah, it just forces us to play that much harder when you have that big of a hole. So take a look, clean that part of it up. These guys make you pay. They made us pay early. Even our offense, you miss a layup, miss a rim attempt, they hurt you in transition, which they did tonight. So too big a gap to overcome.
Coach, just looking at, I think you guys went on that run in the third and got it down to, I want to say 7, and then had a chance to cut it to 4, and then they went on a run there. How much you talked about, the communication on the switches, on the crosses? How do you feel like you guys fared in that area tonight?
I think once we, these guys, what they do, their movement, their speed in the half court as well as the full court is different. It's unique to them. It took us a while to catch up to the speed, and I thought, part of that was our young group. Some of those guys, it's just really hard to catch up to some of their speed early. I think we figured it out a little bit later. But yeah, they put a lot of stress on your defense just by how hard they cut, how well they pass. Just a different type of offense. And I think that's good experience for our group to see. And I thought as the game went along, we had some good stretches.
Did you get an explanation on Dylan's tech?
I didn't. I know there was some back and forth there. I wasn't down at that end of the bench when it happened exactly, but that's part of it. I mean, this is what they do here. I felt like we were making a run there. But yeah, we'll take a look. We'll hear what he has to say, and we'll get better.
Just overall, and I know you're talking about being down 25, but being able to make it a game and have it in a stretch where you guys could have pulled it out. Maybe what are you taking from it most? The being down big or the running?
It's all of it. I mean, these are all learning experiences for our group as we start to take some of these lessons away in a road environment, different lineups out there. We have to start better. You have to start the game better. We've talked a lot about it, setting the tone early. This is a different one. On the road again, in a tough environment. Can't be down 14 after the first quarter trying to dig yourself out of that hole.
Coach, you saw that when Jimmy Butler wasn't going to be available for the second half. It seemed like then you guys were able to take advantage of when the Warriors started turning the ball over. It seems like that gave you guys a spark. What did you see there toward that end of that third quarter there?
Yeah, our pressure has to be there whether we make or miss shots, and our defense can't be reactive from the offense. And it started to snowball in the right direction. They started to throw it around a little bit. We started to take advantage of it. That was able to dig ourselves out of some slow periods of offense. I'll be honest, in that first quarter, I thought we got to the rim at a higher rate than what we normally do. You make a couple of those, they don't get transition baskets, and you get the points. So you're getting hit on both sides. You're missing a relatively high valued shot, and then they're getting out and running. And we saw that early, and then we were able to kind of flip the script in the third quarter with our pressure, able to cause them some turnovers, and we were able to get some high-quality looks.
Devin carried you guys throughout that second half. Is it kind of disappointing that he didn't have as much help from the rest of his teammates there?
I thought he was great. He was great again. The way they put pressure on him in pick and roll, in his screening actions, when he gets in the paint, thought he made a lot of good plays. Getting to the free throw line when we needed it. Again, another overall really good game for him. We'll get the rest of the group better. That's what we've talked about since day one. We got to get the entire group better, all of us, and that's what we'll do.
Coach, just had 2 quick follows. One, you mentioned the transition defense. I thought early that hurt. Maybe I think you called a timeout after 1. You guys have been stressing it. How much were you like, hey, look, this has got to, in order to stay in this game, this has got to get better in the second half?
Yeah, some of it's always a little bit of everything. I thought the missed rim attempts hurt us. When you just throw it to the other team and it's a live ball turnover, really hard to play defense. We've been at really good half-court defense overall at times this season. Just got to cut out the easy ones. You eliminate some of the easy ones, force them to go against your half-court defense. And then even some of the fouls late, you put them in the free throw line where they missed the shot. We just may have got a piece of them to then get them to the free throw line. Then they're able to set their defense. Those things are just huge momentum changes. If they happen to miss their layup, we are able to run. We get a good, high-quality transition possession. So, yeah, we'll take a look. We got to continue to clean it up.
Lastly, you mentioned lineups, and you were you're playing the same guys, but mixing it up a little bit. How much of that for you is feel, okay, Isaiah, giving him a shot, he obviously played better in the second half. How much is that a feel for you?
Especially here on the road, like you're trying to find a spark. We'll throw anyone out there that we feel can provide a spark. I thought Isaiah's minutes were really good. I thought Oso's bounce back in the second half really helped us. Thought Ryan responded in that second half. Mark responded in the second half. Yeah, every game is so unique. You're just trying to find which next lever to pull to try to create a spark. We found some at some point. We just couldn't get over the top. Thank you.